We go beyond talk therapy when we include the unconscious and the collective unconscious in a cognitive-oriented psychotherapy world. We all experience turning points in our lives, which leaves us stressed, unhappy, or worried. When our relationships fall apart, or we experience health crises, or any other emotional turmoil, we need answers for our problems. That's when we look at psychotherapy as a way to find new insightful healing opportunities. I want you to experience insight fully as a sensation of revelation in your entire body, mind, and soul, so that you can truly change and heal. As your therapist, I will take you beyond talk therapy to the source of your inner wisdom by accessing your unconscious creative mind. We are both conscious and unconscious beings, and we need to engage both these faculties to be able to heal fully. Medication and cognitive treatments rely on diagnostics that define our suffering in terms of pathology, which gives us only temporary support. Permanent healing and transformation is possible by including the creative unconscious part of our psyche. I use tools that include art, dreams, and psychological projective techniques that leads to insightful experiences that you can fully embody. That means that the insight you experience shifts your consciousness. It does not only stay on the intellectual level. That makes change in attitude, perception, and behavior possible. An example of this is the case of a lady who experienced great fear of death after her friend died. She felt that time was running out for her while her life was sad, anxious, and meaningless. This existential crisis left her isolated and depressed. During her therapy sessions, we dealt with the natural mourning process and then included work with archetypal symbols. Her crisis forced her to want to delve deeper into her soul. All too often, crises and turning points are pathologized based on the symptoms that arise like depression, anger, and addiction. Sometimes we get stuck in conventional perceptions of how we think we ought to deal with life events, and we cannot move beyond the emotional pain. When pills and reason alone does not move you beyond or out of your discomfort, you need to reach beyond the cognitive in order to access your inner wisdom. To discover the drop of God within you, we need to use symbols, such as in art, dreams, pictures, metaphors, and synchronicities. Our unconscious non-verbal wisdom immediately relates to the symbols in pictures and images. We project our inner truth and wisdom into the story that we recognize as ours in the pictures, because it connects us to metaphor and the universal stories of our human condition and potential evolution. Allow your inner wisdom to speak to you and guide you through life transitions so that the experience is enlightening and awakes all your senses. The lady in our example worked with art and therapy picture cards, and she recognized that her fear of death represented her own unproductive and passive behavior patterns. She realized that her talents as an artist lied untapped because she became lifeless and idle. She realized that her psyche is calling her to make important life changes that can pull her out of her death state. She has now cleaned out old ideas about herself and is now living fully in expressing her abilities as an artist. When you experience any life-changing event, conflict, or emotional problem, make sure that your healing process includes psychological and spiritual tools that will help you access your wisdom and inner power. Our rational minds are important, but When we experience the sensation of a message that truly resonates deeply with the personal meaning of a traumatic event, we go beyond the cognitive to the kind of experience that moves us to action and true change. Symbols trigger this experience and give us access to the side of our nature that engages our life force and inspires us much more profoundly. With the use of tools that take you deeper than the conscious, to where you access this inner unconscious and divine wisdom, you can turn difficult periods in your life into key opportunities to find healing. I use tools that synthesize the cognitive, the unconscious, and the archetypal realities. This will lead you to your own inner creative wisdom to find your drop of God and unstuck you from pathology and pain. Come and explore these new and innovative healing tools with me. Every person is unique and will experience surprising meanings or messages from deep within their own psyche, appropriate to only themselves. I want you to be empowered to connect to your inner wisdom and to find meaning. Blessings to you.